Scorpio, I am Selena Hart. As I sit with your energy today, I feel a quiet turning within you, subtle, sacred, and deeply transformative. It's as if the universe is whispering, not pushing, inviting you to let go of your need to control every outcome and instead step gently into the flow of trust. This isn't about surrendering to chaos, but about surrendering to grace. You may find yourself in a stillness that feels unfamiliar, not loneliness, but a kind of spiritual pause, a breath before the tide turns. Please don't confuse this pause with stagnation. You're not stuck, you're being softened, attuned, and recentered. There is wisdom in this silence. There is power in this pause. And right now, that wisdom is asking you to return to your inner compass, to recalibrate your direction, not based on what the world expects, but based on what your soul is quietly longing for. This is your moment to reflect, not on what you should do next, but on who you are becoming. And trust me, the version of you emerging on the other side of this stillness is wiser, more grounded, and more aligned than ever before. And as the stars align on this June 4th, the celestial currents urge you to turn inward and retreat, but in reverence. Your intuition. Scorpio is expanding like a quiet tide, drawing you into deeper waters where truth lies beneath the noise. Today isn't about making loud moves or chasing recognition. It's about sacred listening, trusting that the guidance you need is already present in the stillness. You're being asked to hold space for your own knowing, to honor the silent nudges, the dreams that visit at dawn, and the soft but insistent feelings that won't let you go. Don't seek answers outside yourself. The wisdom you crave is already within. This is also a powerful moment to embrace collaboration and shared growth. Astrologically, there's a subtle harmony today that supports building something lasting, whether in work, community, or your own self-development. You may find yourself drawn to people who mirror your deeper values, those who don't just cheer you on, but walk beside you, brick by brick, soul to soul. Let go of the idea that you must carry everything alone. True strength isn't about isolation, it's about co-creation and knowing when to open your hands to receive support. In matters of the heart, a choice may be quietly forming beneath the surface, one that could shift the direction of a relationship or bring new clarity to what you truly desire. If your heart is stirring with uncertainty, that's okay. You're not meant to decide from fear or pressure. You're meant to decide from alignment, from a place that says, this is who I am now, and this is what love must feel like for me to thrive. Whether you're healing from old wounds or considering a leap of vulnerability, let your decision come not from habit, but from truth. And if sorrow arises, if regrets or memories surface uninvited, meet them with compassion. You may look back and see moments you wish had unfolded differently. But don't stay there. There's still so much fullness left in your story. There are still 2 cups standing, possibility, connection, and the promise of joy that wasn't lost, only waiting for your attention to return. There's a quiet light building now, faint but persistent. You may feel it in a conversation that gives you hope, in a sign that your path is shifting, or simply in a renewed willingness to believe that things can get better. They can. They are. You are not who you were a season ago. And because of that, the future opening before you holds dreams that once felt too distant to reach. Breathe into that hope. Let it find a home in your chest. And above all, Scorpio, remember the strength of your heart, your emotional depth, your compassion, your ability to hold both pain and love in the same breath. This is your gift. Don't let the world rush you out of your center. Stay grounded in your softness, and you will always know the way. Financially, Scorpio, you are slowly but steadily moving into calmer waters. The turbulence you've experienced, whether from delays, uncertainty, or internal fears is beginning to subside. While it may not yet feel like a wave of abundance is crashing in, the foundations are quietly forming beneath the surface. Today's astrology encourages patience and discernment. The wealth you seek is not rooted in quick wins or fleeting gratification, but in deep sustainable value. Trust that the relationships you've nurtured, the skills you've cultivated, and the intentions you've set are quietly weaving opportunities into your path. It's likely that new possibilities may not arrive with fanfare, but with subtle invitations, an email, a conversation, an idea that keeps circling your mind. These are not random. They're energetic responses to the inner work you've done. And your intuition, especially today, is remarkably sharp. You'll know when something aligns, not just because it looks good on paper, but because your whole body will say yes. Don't ignore that knowing. When faced with financial decisions or potential partnerships, let your instincts guide you, especially the ones that feel calm, not rushed. This is also a time to examine your relationship with money itself. Are you investing your resources, time, energy, finances into what truly matters to you? Or are you chasing safety out of fear? Today is ideal for reassessing what prosperity really means to you. Is it security, freedom, purpose, or peace? Let that definition reshape how you move forward. And remember, abundance doesn't always arrive in obvious ways. Sometimes it comes through peace of mind, through someone believing in you, through a door that opens because you were brave enough to ask. So stay present, stay intentional, and most of all, stay grateful. Your magnetism is increasing, and with it, the flow of wealth will follow. Your lucky numbers for today are 06, 21, 33, 45, 57, and 66. Let them be quiet reminders that fortune favors the grounded, the intuitive, and the willing. Love today arrives with a quiet weight. Scorpio, not heavy but intentional. There is a sense that your heart is being called to choose not out of urgency, but out of maturity. You may find yourself standing at a crossroads, gently asked to decide whether to stay to release or to rebuild with new understanding. Whatever path you're considering, it must be one that honors your emotional truth. Not just what feels comfortable, but what feels right. There is no room now for shallow connections or half-hearted affection. What your soul craves is depth, resonance, and emotional safety. If you're single, today's energy may bring a soft arrival, someone whose presence feels more like a familiar echo than a spark. They may not demand your attention, but they will hold space in a way that feels sacred. Pay attention to the people who make you feel seen without having to perform. This connection, if it comes, will be subtle but powerful, built on mutual respect and soul-level recognition. Let it unfold slowly without pressure. Let it root before it blooms. If you're in a relationship, this is a powerful day to open your heart without defense. To speak not from reactivity, but from vulnerability. The cosmos is supporting emotional honesty and healing, especially in places where silence or resentment has grown. Don't be afraid to soften. Don't be afraid to listen more deeply or to say what you've held back for fear of being misunderstood. Sometimes love deepens not through grand gestures, but through quiet truth shared at the right moment. No matter your status, the universe is reminding you your capacity to love with wisdom, empathy, and strength is one of your greatest gifts. Don't settle for anything less than reciprocal depth. You are not here for almost. You are here for real. In your career, Scorpio today brings the quiet momentum of renewal. You're stepping into a phase where collaboration matters, where sharing ideas, seeking feedback, or aligning with the right team could shift everything. This is not the time to work in isolation. There's wisdom in partnership. And right now the universe is aligning you with people or projects that can elevate your vision. Don't underestimate the power of shared purpose. If there's a goal or project that felt delayed or derailed today's, energy offers a spark of hope. Something you once shelved might now have the conditions to move forward, perhaps not all at once, but with steady, meaningful progress. The key is to stay open and proactive. Reflect on your long-term direction and make space for adjustments that reflect who you are now, not who you were when the idea first began. You don't need to prove yourself through constant hustle. What's needed is clarity, intention, and trust in your evolving process. Let your actions come from alignment, not pressure. The path ahead may be reshaping, but your inner compass is strong, and it knows exactly where to lead you. Today, your emotional well-being takes center stage, Scorpio. The energies of June 4th ask you to slow down and tend to the inner landscape that often gets overlooked. You may feel more sensitive than usual, picking up on energies that aren't yours, or carrying emotional weight that needs to be gently released. This is your invitation to step away from overstimulation, whether it's constant noise from social media, the opinions of others, or your own inner dialogue, and return to stillness. Simple acts will serve you best. Now drink water slowly, choose calming, nourishing foods, and create quiet space just to be. A short meditation, a walk in nature, or even 10 minutes of silence can reset your entire system. Your body and spirit are asking for gentleness, not discipline. Healing isn't about doing more, it's about allowing what's been buried to come to the surface and dissolve in your awareness. You don't need to fix everything today. You just need to come back to yourself with softness, with breath, and with care. Your strength begins there. In your personal relationships, Scorpio today opens a gentle doorway for healing. If recent misunderstandings or emotional distance have clouded your connections with family or close friends, this is a meaningful time to reach across the divide. Not with force, but with sincerity. There is a softness in the energy that supports calm, heart-centered conversations, where truth can be spoken without blame. You may find yourself naturally stepping into the role of a mediator, someone who holds space without absorbing the emotional turbulence around them. This is where your emotional intelligence shines most. You don't need to fix others or carry their weight. Instead, be the steady presence that brings clarity and calm simply by being grounded in your own peace. Sometimes the most powerful healing comes not through confrontation, but through listening with compassion. Today your words can soothe, and your silence can speak volumes. Let your presence be the bridge that restores trust and reminds others of what truly matters. Today you're most aligned with those who offer depth and steadiness. Cancer and Pisces meet you in your emotional world with empathy and silence that speaks volumes, while Virgo and Taurus bring grounding practical wisdom that balances your intensity with calm. These connections may feel especially nurturing, now offering both understanding and support without judgment. But beyond zodiac compatibility, the deeper question remains, are you living in alignment with your own truth? Because when you do, when your words match your soul, when your actions honor your values, you naturally begin to attract people who see you clearly, love you honestly, and meet you without pretense. Energy doesn't lie. Scorpio. When yours is clear and rooted, the right people always find their way to you. Your color today is teal hue, that embodies healing serenity and intuitive awakening. It mirrors the energy you're being asked to cultivate: calm presence, gentle clarity, and inner alignment. Wearing or surrounding yourself with this color can help quiet the mental noise and reconnect you to your center. Teal is more than just a shade, it's a frequency. One that softens your defenses, deepens your insight, and brings you back to a space of trust within yourself. Let it remind you that peace isn't passive, it's powerful, and it begins within. Let this be the mantra that carries you through the day. I release the past with grace, Trust the present with peace and welcome the unknown with love. Speak it gently or hold it in silence like a sacred truth. This affirmation isn't just a wish. It's a declaration of the path you're choosing now. A path where you no longer cling to what's been, no longer rush what's becoming, but instead stand rooted in trust. Let these words soften the edges of your doubt, steady your breath, and open your heart to the quiet magic unfolding in places you cannot yet see. And as we close this sacred space together, Scorpio, I want you to know I feel you. I feel the strength it takes to keep showing up for yourself in the quiet moments when no one else sees the work you're doing. I see the tenderness beneath your power, the wisdom behind your stillness. You're not falling behind. You're falling inward into truth, into alignment, into the version of you that's been waiting patiently to rise. Trust that what is meant for you will never pass you by. And even if today feels soft or uncertain, know that healing often begins in the hush, not the noise. You're doing beautifully. You're exactly where you need to be. Thank you for letting me walk beside you today. If this message found your heart, I'd love for you to like, share, or leave a comment below. It means more than you know. We'll be here again tomorrow. Same space, same stars waiting to uncover the next step in your journey. Until then, take care of your spirit and keep choosing the path that feels like home. With all my heart, Selena.